Real Man Movement, we back at it. Hard work. Playing with it. There you go, son. Dig deep. Real men fight. Fight through it. Real Man Movement.
Salute, family. Tank Commander Zulu back at you once again with this Real Man Movement. Today here at the Real Man Movement, we're going to be talking about being a responsible man and a responsible woman. What does it take in the atmosphere that we live in today to be considered a responsible man and a responsible woman? Let's talk about it here today with Tank Commander Zulu and the Real Man Movement. Let's get ready to rumble. Find a hole, baby.
We all know Bobby here, a man. He a man. So nobody punking nobody here. Am I right, Buddha? Buddha, do you or do you not recognize this a man standing here?
Yeah, I know he's a man.
Good. Now all that remains is a turn.
Salute, family. Tank Commander Zulu back at you once again and the Real Man Movement. Today we're going to be talking about responsible men and women and what is the real definition of a responsible man and woman. Well, the world itself pales in example to what a real man and real woman really is today. The definition that you may see today of what a man is and what a woman is may be very different than the traditional understanding that we've always had and we've always known a man and woman to be. There's biblical principles that also tell us what a man and a woman should be. But now, out of fairness, we live in a world today, in particularly here in America, where people utilize freedom very loosely. Freedom does not necessarily give you the ability to do exactly what you want to do. It doesn't give you the ability to make everyone accept your way of understanding our life. Freedom does come with a price. Ask any combat veteran, they'll tell you. The ones who are still suffering today with PTSD. The ones who have no limbs. Limbs were lost in combat. The ones who left blood in DNA in foreign countries. Just ask them if freedom is free. But back to the topic of discussion. What's the real definition of a man? And I'm going to start with a man, and then I'm going to also try to explain what it is as far as a woman is concerned. Because see, we as real men and women, we have to really evaluate ourselves to make sure that we're operating the way that we should be operating. As a man should be responsible. His mission in life when he becomes a man starts with responsibility. That responsibility could be to your family, to yourself, to your community, to any entity that needs or desires assistance or even protection. Those are the areas where manhood really stands out the most. You know, being a man in today's environment is not as easy as you may think. You have to be careful about what you say. Got to be careful about what you do. You have to be careful that you don't hurt anyone's feelings while expressing your manhood. Isn't that something? Very complicated task, because in today's environment that we live in, people's feelings are very fragile. I mean, very fragile. So for the most part, it makes us recede and not want to interact socially. A lot of real men are like this. Why? It's not that they're toxic, no. It's just that they're concerned about the environment that they're living in. They're not afraid, but they're being careful of what they can say and cannot say. And that's unfair. These men are people who pay taxes, who support their communities, and support their countries in most instances. The fact that you've done all that, and then you have to be very careful about what you say, is very strange to me. It should be strange to any real man or real woman, but we're dealing with the men right now. Responsibility, the number one characteristic of a man. If I am responsible, then I honor my family. I honor my community. I even honor my country. Because that's a part of the responsibility that comes along with being a man, a real man. What is not an example of a real man is someone who will abandon his family, is someone who will abandon his community, not give back but only take away. Is someone who does not truly understand the definition of love and what it really means. He only understands aggression. He only understands bullying. He only understands his method of madness. Now that is a toxic male, or as they call it, toxic masculinity. I even have a problem saying the word because it's crazy. A real man stands on the values that God has given. It's all throughout the scripture, all throughout the Bible. You know, one of the people that I have a lot of adoration for because of their sternness, their soundness, and their knowledge and wisdom. And that's Judge Joe Brown. And here's why I say that. I respect the direct message that he possesses. His soundness, his sturdiness, his knowledge, unwavering on issues, firm, solid, astute. This is the kind of leadership that we really need in America today. He gives a great definition of what a man is. And I heard it, and I'm going to run the clip for you so you can hear it as well. I honestly have to say, I've heard many definitions of what a man is or what a man should be, but I can honestly tell you, his response to the question of what a man is resonated so deeply with me that I had to create this video and share it with all of the followers and viewers. But before I get to his clip about a man, let's talk about a woman. Because here at the Real Man Movement, we support real woman wisdom. In my opinion, a real woman is one who stands by her man. She assists, and she also helps create the path of who they're going to be together. That's a real woman when she's with a real man. She can correct his mistakes with honesty and sincerity. She can have his back in ways that another male cannot. She can nurture him when he's in a stressful environment or under stressful conditions. It's not just with her body, but her mind. Her mind is special. It's like a key going into a lock when she is associated and attached to a real man, because she knows that real man is going to protect her and provide for her at all costs. So real women don't challenge men, and real men don't challenge women. We congruently exist together. We conquer together, and we build together. We do these things together in our proper positions. And any real woman knows how to attract the real man. It's not your backside. It's not your breasts. It's not just your pretty face. It's the beauty, the beautiful woman you are inside. But now back to this real man movement. Back to the men, because we already applauded our women. We hold them up. We are their protectors. We're their protectors. No one else. So back to the definition that Judge Joe Brown gave, right? And I'm going to run the clip. Very strong. I have never heard the definition just roll off of someone's tongue this sturdy and this convincing. When I say convincing, I'm not necessarily that he's trying to convince you or anyone else, but he is totally convinced. It resonated so deeply with me, man. Look, I had to make this video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It's just about a minute or so, not even a minute, maybe, of him responding to a question that was asked to him about manhood and what it really is. Because it's amazing that many young people in this society today, and even older people, are still struggling with the understanding of what a real man is. That's what this real man movement is all about. It's to protect and safeguard, not to produce division, and particularly not with our women, because we love them. So here's the example of what Joe Brown says in his example of what a real man is.
And the other thing is, it's not guns. It's not any excuse. It's we have got a lack of manhood and masculinity in our neighborhoods. See, masculinity is the imposition of a set of behavioral standards on a boy. So when the boy grows into a man, he has some things he has to do that he cannot get away with, that he is compelled to look to, making where he lives a better, safer, more secure place filled with economic prosperity, sense of purpose, morality, and ethics. He is a man of public peace, dignity, and order, who is a man of peace, who can be a brave and courageous man when necessary.
Listening to something like that, every man should be fired up about going out into the world. Well, first starting with his home and his own family, then his community, then all throughout America and throughout the world. Represent yourself like a real man. Be vigilant. Be courageous. Be peaceful. Be calm under pressure. Be a provider. Be a protector. Be the kind of man that handles responsibility in all areas of your life, no matter what it may be. Be a mentor. Be an example of what a man should be to a young man, another young man who may not have that guidance. And the same applies for the young women. All my real women, be a real woman in your home, in your community, in society. Present yourself like the beautiful flower you are, not like a harlot. And with that, I'm going to stop the Tank family. But remember to subscribe to Tank Commander Zulu on YouTube and click on those notification buttons, baby, because data and all type of content is going to be coming to you back to back to back. So make sure you don't miss a beat, baby. And remember, fear no man but God, baby. No man but God. Tank Commander Zulu, signing out.